morning. How are you today? It's wonderful to be with you and share time with you. What a privilege. If you're here for the first time, let me know where you're from. It's been amazing how Facebook lets us connect around the globe. Today I want to come in and let's share some time talking about anxiety. Mainly because we need to break the silence, but also because we need creative ways to address what's happening for us. It's been wonderful having the conversations in the posts that I've been putting up. And one of the things that we need is creative solutions, okay? And well done, everybody that's been going out and doing exercises or addressing different parts of their anxiety and seeing that in the experience we can have a better outcome for our life. But we need to be committed. Okay, we don't need to be committed to a mental hospital. I'm not talking about that. We need to be committed for us to live a better life, to live a healthier, happier life without the anxiety. And I tell you what, it can be hard if we don't have the language and if we don't have the ability to know what to do when we're in the middle of a panic attack. Hi, Lisa. 85-degree Fahrenheit weather. I think that's actually nice weather from memory because we do Celsius, so I think it's really good weather. Lucky you. Our Brisbane weather, actually I'm not sure what the temperature is today. It's a bit funny. It's like sunny but cloudy but all over the shop. Let me just have a quick look. Okay, and it's going to be in Celsius. So it says it feels like 20 degrees Celsius. So that might be around your 60-ish. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. No humidity. If it's without humidity, then your weather is beautiful. I like today. It's really pleasant. So if you're here, let me know where you're from. And if you, yeah. Oh, that's good, Lisa. That's fantastic. And have you had a good weekend? Like, did you do something that was relaxing and restoring and just made you feel good, you know? I was sitting here, 100% humidity? Wow. Actually, I was talking to Alyssa in group, and in Hawaii they've got 100% humidity as well. How do you do it? I think 90% here is a lot, and, you know, it's like, oh, that's lovely. That's beautiful. Yeah. How's your son? Is he doing well? How's his health? And so anyhow, today the exert, air conditioning. Yeah, it's not that hot here, but I'm sitting here with fans on because it's, yeah, I just prefer the coolness. Actually, our humidity is probably, our humidity is 80%. So that's why, even though it's overcast, it's still warm. Yeah. Okay, so last night I was doing your freebie PDF on Feet Hit the Floor, and all of a sudden I was getting towards the end of it and I realised that I was having an anxiety attack simply because my body started shaking, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is insane. Yeah. And you went away for a week as well for that program too, didn't you? With all the kids? Lots of fun. Okay, before I want you to, as we talk about the anxiety this week, I want you to think of it this way. We're so used to putting a mask on in front of everyone. I've talked to you before about how I can have perspiration dripping down my face and people looking at me and going, you know, what's wrong with her? We're in air conditioning and she's perspiring. And it's the anxiety. It's the body going into overdrive, even though I know the anxiety is not who I am. So when I was doing your PDF last night, I was like, oh my goodness, we need creative ways that when the anxiety hits us, we can just grab something that's from around us. So, okay, hands up everybody who's got a water bottle handy. I usually have either a water bottle handy, or have you got a gym bottle handy? Do you have these, Lisa? Like these? Mine's a bit old, so if I move it around too much, I'm going to have a shower. Hi, Jason. Hey. The new gym owners haven't turned up, I'm sure of it. Haven't seen them. So I want you to grab a water bottle. Oh, don't grab a water bottle. We're grabbing something that you've got, to hand. And look, we've got a variety of water bottles on my desk. You should see my desk. Is your desk overloaded too? I have a moisturiser bottle. Now listen, if you've got a phone, you can pick up your phone. We're going to do an exercise together, okay, to help us when the anxiety hits and we're putting on the face going, yeah, I'm fine. When, on the inside we're paddling like a duck underwater, just go. Grab a tissue box. I haven't seen them yet, Jace. I haven't seen them at all. But I'm sure we'll catch up. Okay, so in order to get our mind off whatever triggered us, grab whatever you're grabbing. It just has to have a little bit of weight, not much. And I'll show you why. If you're at work and you're having an anxiety attack or a panic attack, you just want to, I hate using that one. I'll use this one. You just want to tap yourself, okay? Now, if you're at work and you're having an anxiety attack or a panic attack and you just want to tap your shoulder, okay? So, okay, Lisa and Jace, let's do this. And if you don't have a bottle or your phone, just sit there and tap your shoulder. And don't hurt yourself, guys. All right, now as you're tapping your shoulder, become aware of how your mind starts focusing on that. So you're in the middle of a panic attack, and I know that it's hard to remember this stuff, but just go straight for your phone, all right? Straight for your phone, and then force your brain to remember what you're going to do. And we're going to do this all week in order that we help our mind remember that when we're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack, we're going to do this, okay? Now, if you're at work and you're doing this, no one's going to think twice to ask you what on earth you're doing. Actually, I better be a bit more gentle on myself. If you're at home and your kids are going nuts, we're going to do this, okay? So you want to do this, and you want to get your kids to do it too. So imagine your kids are arguing. No. Hands up anyone whose kids don't argue. And the silence was deafening. And you want to get your kids, what could you get your kids to do? Lego or something? No, it's probably not big enough. Anyhow, get your kids to grab a toy, okay? Any toy. I better go to the moisturiser. And what we want to do is we want to do this because it's in the movement, okay, and in the senses. You can tap your fingers, you can look around, all right? You want to engage your senses. And as you do this, you're getting your mind to shift. You're getting your mind to shift off the anxiety and off the panic. Yeah. Alright, so your goal, Jason, is the next time your kids are fighting, they're not allowed to hurt each other. Get them to pick up something that is a little bit of weight, for whatever, age appropriate, a little bit of weight. Look, even if it's a soft toy, and they just stand there, and they've got to do this, and they've got to look around. So even if you stand there and you say, okay, let's look around. All right? You're in charge. You're the parent. Let's look around. Yes, it is. It's to distract your mind. So if you're in the middle of anxiety, and even if you're like your kids are in the middle of anger, and you want to do this, you're rerouting your mind. Okay? It's a creative way to reroute your mind. Okay? And it helps when we're consistent. All right? We want our mind to get off whatever triggered it. And if you look at kids doing this, it helps the kids distract their mind from whatever was ticking them off about each other. And rather than you having to be all, dinosaur T-Rex over the kids, we get to go, okay, we're going to change it up, because creative parenting is the best. Okay, I did it with my kids and it works, coming up with creative ideas for the kids. And see, what you find is breathing 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out as we do this as an adult. Now, this is for the adults, not for the kids, all right? Because we have to do us first. We can go, so push all the air out. Keep tapping, push all the air out, okay? And once we push all the air out, we can then start to ask ourselves questions. Okay, in relation to the anxiety or the panic attack, where did the doubt come in? So if I was looking at so I didn't know that I was going to have an anxiety attack last night when I was doing work that I loved. But what I did was I sat down and said, okay, why? Why did this happen? But where did the doubt come in? And then I realised that the doubt came in because I didn't have an logical order set down to do this, to do what I was doing. So if you're at home and you're feeling like absolute garbage that you can't get up and get motivated because, the depression is really tough to overcome, then write a very, very short list. Do some tapping to reroute the mind, as in, look, I don't care if you sit here doing this, because the longer you do it, the more weight, okay? The more weight you feel, and as you feel more weight, you begin to come back into your body, become more aware of your body is probably a better way to put it. Lisa's saying she changed the JROTC cadets to breathe like this once they are done running their 2 miles to slow down their breathing and heart rate. Absolutely, because then they're coming out of their mindset that I've got to do 2 miles into, okay, I can be here now, and feel your heart rate. Okay, you really want to get in touch with that heartbeat. Be here right now. My mind's doesn't have to focus on running the 2 miles. And as a parent, it can be right. Okay, my mind doesn't have to be focused on the bigger picture of everything that needs to be done. My mind can simply be focused on the one next thing that I need to do. It's a whole different game. It's a game changer, really. So we slow down our breathing. And the more that we can do that, the more we're able to become aware of where we were doubting that we could accomplish the one next thing. Does that make sense for you, Lise? So I want you to have a go at it. If you have an anxiety attack, have a go at it. Now, I only covered when we're at home, so I'll think about how we can do about it, get all creative when we're out as well. I suppose when we're out, we could just use a water bottle. Okay, remember the longer we do it, the more we're going to feel the weight, and the more we're going to have to breathe, the more we're going to have to just really take on board that we can be present right here, right now, and that we can adult. And remember too, one of the things too is, remember when we've come through complex PTSD, we need to do the reparenting as well. So if you haven't seen the reparenting video, let me know, and I will put it down below. I'll put the link down below for you, because I don't know if I've shared it on this page or not. And it really helps understand what happens, especially when there's a lack of nurturing. There's been a lack of nurturing in our upbringing as well. And I have to be honest, for most of us, it's true there was a lack of nurturing simply because for multiple generations before us, people didn't know. They didn't know any better. And they didn't know all the information that we have now as well. And unfortunately, because they didn't know, the impact on us was significant. However, as most of us here know, we can change how we raise our children as well. All right, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Always happy to answer. Let me know if you try out the creative invention today. And just remember, with complex PTSD too, not only are we reparenting, we're actually learning the logic, all right? Because the overwhelm was so severe as a child that we never got to learn the logic. And that doesn't mean we have a lot of common sense, but logic enables us to put the emotion in sequential order so that it makes sense for us as well. And that's what we're aiming for. All right, thanks for being here today. I'll be back again tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to how this adventure unpacks this week. I love you all heaps, and remember, stay safe. You are safe in our group, and you belong, you are loved, and we are the ones that will break the silence. Okay, bye for now.